Hello, this is Robin Jones Music with an online lesson on how to play one of my all-time favourite trad tunes, Bheag, Mhór. In part 1 of this lesson, we're going to be looking at the A section, and in part 2, which you can find on my website, we'll be looking at the B section. If you enjoy this lesson, please like and subscribe. This is what the arrangement we're going to try and learn today sounds like. Okay, so there it is, Bheag, Mhór. As you'll probably notice there's a few different layers of complexity that we're going to try and get through as we learn this. You've got the basic melody and then some chords and some cross-picking concepts to go with that. So let's start just by looking at the basic melody. We're going to try and get this first phrase, which starts on the top D string. Sounds like this. Okay, that's all on your top D. We're going to go open top D, 2nd fret top D, 4th fret top D. Okay. Okay, then you're going to come back down from 4th fret top D. You're going to go 4th, 2nd, open, open. Okay, if we put those two chunks together so far, we should have this. Okay, after you've done that, you're going to do another open D and have this phrase. Okay, so that's open, 2nd fret, open. All on the top D. We put that together, we've got this. Okay, next note in the sequence is going to be 2nd fret A. We're going to cross to the A string now. We're going to get 2nd fret A, open A, and then 4th fret D, low D string. Okay, so if we add those in, we're going to have this. Okay, maybe pause the video and try and practice that. Okay, if you're feeling good on that first line of melody, let's look at the second. It sounds like this. Okay, we'll maybe cut that into two sections. The first one starts on open A. Sounds like this. Okay, so here we've got open A, 2nd fret A, back to open A, back to 2nd fret, 4th fret A, and then finally open top D, and then 2nd fret top D. Play that together. Open, 2nd, open, 2nd, 4th, top D, 2nd fret, top D. Okay, one more time on that. Okay, next chunk sounds like this. That's quite similar to the opening. So you've got open top D, 2nd fret top D, 4th fret top D, and then down 2nd, open. Okay, so if you put those two halves together, you should have this. Okay, maybe take a moment just to practice that before moving on. If you followed along so far, you should have this. Okay, if you're feeling good on that, that's about halfway through the A section. Now we're going to go for kind of the third line, which sounds like this. Okay, this is one of the more famous bits of the tune. So we're starting up here on 4th fret top D. We're going to go 4th fret top D to 2nd fret A. That's your first phrase of this bit. Okay, then you're going to go 2nd fret top D to open A. So that's your second phrase. Okay, the third one is going to be open top D to the low D string at the 4th fret. That's your third phrase. Okay, and then the last one, both on the low D string, you're going to go. So that's 2nd, 4th, open on the low D. Okay, you put those phrases together, you should have this. Okay, maybe take a moment just to practice that. Okay, coming on to the last line of the A section. This is kind of like an alternate ending. Sounds like this. Okay, so it starts in the same way as the previous line. You've got this 4th fret of top D to 2nd fret A. Then again, same as the previous line, 2nd fret top D to open A. Okay, but now it changes for this ending, which sounds like this. Okay, so that initially we're going to go open top D, back to 4th fret A, and then return to open top D. So that's your. So maybe try and add that in. Okay, if you've got that, you're just going to add in a couple of extra notes at the end there, which sound like this. Okay, so those extra notes are open, 2nd, open, open on your top D. Okay, so if you followed along so far, you've got all 4 lines of the A section, and you'd play that round twice. So I'd advise that you do that a bit, get used to that as a single note melody. And the next step is going to be to add some more colour and detail to that. Some chords, some cross picking. Okay, so in order to get to that stage, the first thing we need to do is kind of understand what's going on with the rhythm. So Bheag Mhór is in a 3/4 time signature, which means the tune is counted in threes. It means it's a waltz. And that's how you would tap your foot along to this tune. You go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so counting out the tune and understanding where all the beats and where all the offbeats are is going to be really important. So one reason why it's important is because of some picking rules. So I've talked about this in some of my other videos, but a basic concept on the bouzouki for playing in 3/4 and 4/4 is that you pick down on the beat, as in the 1, 2, 3, and you pick up off the beat. So the 1 and 2 and 3 and they're going to be the ups. So counting out the tune and understanding where the beats are and where the off beats are is going to inform the picking of the tune, right? So this is quite a long process, but what I'd recommend is you sitting down with the tune and trying to verbally count your way through it. So you count yourself in, you come in on a 3. So you're like 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3, 1. You get back to the start. Okay, that's quite a hard thing to do, to actually count through it verbally as you play it. It's also a good idea while you're doing that to be tapping your foot with the beat. Now, if you can do that from start to finish, which might take a while for you to get, that's going to be really useful now in terms of, yeah, as I said, it informs the picking. It's also going to help us decide where to put our chords. So hopefully now you've got a bit of an understanding of the rhythm of this tune. And in terms of adding chords in, the most important beat is the first beat, right? The 1. We're going to try and put our chords on the first beat of each bar. So you have something that sounds like this, 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, so the concept being chords on the 1. In order to do this properly, you're going to have counted it out and found out where the 1 is. Okay, so assuming you've done that, looking at some chord shapes now that we can add into this A section. The first one is like an open D. It's going to be your top 3 strings supporting 4th fret of your top D string. That right at the start of the first phrase, 3 and 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so there you've got 2 D chords essentially. Okay, it's your top 3 strings. Think about how that relates to the rhythm. 3 and 1, 2 and 3, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, next chord is going to come here supporting the 2nd fret of the A string. This is going to be a G chord. So essentially it's going to be open G, open D, and 2nd fret A. Okay, so this is going to be your G. You're going to maybe leave out your top D string here. Strum that. Okay, your next D chord. Next chord, pardon me, is going to come to support the 4th fret of the D string, and it's going to be a D chord. So we can hold it like this: 2nd fret G and 4th fret D. It's also possible to hold this variation, which I do in my intro demo: 7th fret G and 4th fret low D. But in both cases, you get in 4th fret low D, which is the melody note. Okay, so that's your first line with chords now. You've got. Okay, think about the chords: D, D, G, back to D. Okay, 4 chords in that first line. Okay, so if you've followed along so far, you've done really well. You've learnt the whole A section of the tune. You've understood the rhythm of that section and hopefully the picking as well. And you've got some chords in your first line of that A section. The next steps are going to be to add chords to the rest of the A section. You've currently got chords for line 1, but you're going to want to sort of decorate line 2, 3, and 4 with chords as well. We'll be looking at that in part 2 of the lesson. There's a link to that in the description. In part 2, we'll also be learning the B section, which is quite fun. You've got this reposition up the neck. So that's all good fun. We'll be looking at that in part 2 of the lesson, and we'll also be looking at some chords and cross-picking concepts. So there's a link to that in the description. You can also head over to my website and find that as well. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoy this tune, and I'll see you next time.